Hey, what's up my friend? So it is Saber Glove here, and in this video I'll be reviewing the Luke Skywalker 89 sabers. Okay, so in this review okay, what makes my reviews quite special is that I make sure I try to be as transparent as possible. Okay, how exactly how long have I waited, what is the review with regards to the saber, the inconveniences, and also the seller, because I'm not only reviewing the lightsaber, I'm also reviewing the seller, whether they are legitimate or whether their customer service is responsive. Okay, so first of all, before I actually purchased this lightsaber, I made sure I ask a lot of questions with the customer service, as you can see here. So the store here is DRTT store, okay, because it is my first time ordering in Aliexpress. Now you might be asking, why do you want to order at Aliexpress? Okay, so now customer service, okay, with regards to customer service, everything has been responsive. I literally have no complaints. If I will rate it, I'll give it a 9 stars. Okay. The missing one is that all of this are pretty much just translated. Okay. So the vendor is in Chinese, and Alibaba has been having this translation. But surprisingly, it hasn't. There was no language barrier. Okay. The translation has been pretty helpful. I kept my sentences as simple English as possible, and we are able to communicate it all throughout. And now, with that said, okay, since it's already here, okay, I can tell you that it is actually legitimate. So, with that said, how long did it take the saber to get here? Now, you'd be surprised, okay? I ordered this lightsaber on August 15, and it arrived on my doorstep at August 27. Okay, imagine that. Okay, it's just 12 days while you wait 1 month, 3 months, 6 months, or even 1 year for your lightsaber. It just took me less than 12 days, and that's not the best part. Okay, the best part is that I was able to pay just a small amount of income of customs tax. As you can see here, this lightsaber actually costed me close to 25,000 Philippine peso. Okay, and on my last lightsaber, on my previous video, I had to pay for a lot of taxes. So 11,000 pesos, around $100, I think. But in this case, I only have to pay like $20 or $10 or something like that. So of course, I did chat the seller regarding taxes, and he mentioned that they declare the value on their minimum amount. Okay, so there we go. So we see over here the 89 sabers box. Okay, it actually looks better than I expected, and it's quite heavy and so on. So here it is. Okay, the whole box of 89 sabers. What a beauty! When I first saw it, wow, it's exactly as it is on the picture. Okay, but before that, okay, the seller was generous enough to include me a stand. Okay, so I actually got this for free. So I'm not expecting you to also get this, but I actually got it for free alongside with his package. So I got nothing to say but high praise for the seller for giving me the bonus to have this stand, which looks amazing, by the way. And also it also comes with the pouch. Again, I think it comes with 89 sabers, as you can see over here. So yeah, I think this comes with the package itself and not really a bonus. Okay, so what comes in the box are this is the pommel, which I will go through later. The pommel and the alternative blade cap and plug, also the wrench tool, and also an alternative pommel, which is to promote sun flow, because this one is more of for accuracy purposes. But if you want your lightsaber to be loud, then you would want to use this. As you know, of course, to those who are very specific, okay, this isn't what you call a super 100% screen accurate lightsaber. I say it's about 70% screen accurate, because as you know, the original prop has a not deep orange. Okay, it's actually quite it's matte orange, I believe, matte yellowish, and also the control box is orange, but it's a different color from the from the neck, and also the D ring over here. I'm not sure if that's what you call it. It's actually misaligned, so it's the original prop. It's actually over here. Okay, but nonetheless, I am aware of those inaccuracies, and to me, getting the value of my money and also the looks of it. Of course, I have the option. If you can see over here, you have the option to get the lightsaber on the yellow. Okay, more of a screen accurate thing, close to screen accurate, I would say. But then I chose to have a deep orange finishing on this because it just looks so pretty, and I think I like this even better. So now, how to operate this? Okay, how to turn it on and so on like that. So basically, you just remove the vents. Okay, and then you make sure to pull the board itself over here. Okay, so I'll pull it out. Just be careful though. There we go. So it contains the battery. Okay, the battery and the whole board in itself. So if you want to operate it, all you just have to do is just to basically hit this, turn off the kill switch over here. So there you go.
I was going into Toshi Station to pick up some power converters.
Power converters. Okay, so now all you need to do now is just to insert it here. Make sure the board is aligned to the control box. Okay, so it's very hard to know the direction where at, especially if you don't know. But yeah, pretty much just the board, the control box, same direction. Okay, and oftentimes it will already turn on. I hope not. So just push it in, and there you go. Okay. Now, as you can see, one of the special features of this lightsaber is that you can actually change the sequence, okay, of these lights over here. This is why I bought this lightsaber. I'm really in love with this feature over here. So I think the only lightsaber that has this, other than Luke's, is Anakin's lightsaber when he was a Padawan. So yeah, so when you click this, you have this sequence over here, and when you click this again, the lower button, you have this another sequence over here. Okay, now the only downside to this is that when you turn off the lightsaber, the whole thing turns off. It doesn't keep on blinking, and if you turn it on again, the settings is reset. You have to do it again. Okay, so that's one thing I don't see on other videos when they are reviewing this one. Okay, because about these lights. However, okay, one thing that you need to know is that there are some sound fonts in here that the lights stay on. Okay, the lights stay on even if you don't turn on the emitter or the lightsaber. So it stays on. Now it actually depends on some sound fonts over here, so which I'll go through in a bit. Okay, so as you can see over here, this is a Rey Skywalker sound font. I don't think it's a Skywalker, but anyway, yeah, as you can see over here, the lightsaber control box, the lighting stays on, okay, even though the lightsaber is off. So I assume it actually has to do with the blade style. Okay, I think there's a code that you have to put in that you have to enable. So but yeah, let's go to the next chapter. What are the inconveniences of this lightsaber? Now the only thing I hated okay, with this lightsaber is this one over here. Okay, listen closely because you have to know this before you buy this lightsaber. Is that it came to a point wherein this thing over here, this blade, yeah, this blade cap over here got stuck. Okay, so meaning I can't fully screw it and I can't fully remove it. Okay, I'm not sure what caused it. Okay, because I actually used this lightsaber on a cosplay event. So yeah, but when I got back at night and I started changing this blade cap to the original one, it came to a point where I can't move it. Okay, it's just stuck. Okay, so if you're the moment you receive this lightsaber, okay, I highly suggest that you use a W40, okay, W40 spray oil. I think I'm sorry if that's not the right term for it. You spray it on the screws over here, and I swear everything will be much more convenient for you, and there's a chance that it won't happen to you the same thing what happened to me. So what happened was how I got the pommel out is that I had to use a very tight grip, okay, to basically remove the lightsaber, move the blade cap, and just to twist it left and right, okay, basically applying friction to the big screw over here so that everything evens out. Okay, so that's what I had to do, just keeping back and forth, back and forth, back and forth. Now, now the next part of this review now comes, is this lightsaber actually suitable for spinning? Okay, for spinning, I find that spinning is actually quite viable with this lightsaber. So in the screen right now, you will see a couple of clips of me doing spins. That was a few days ago on a convention. Okay, so when you're spinning, okay, it's actually viable, and I was able to spin comfortably, although not the best feeling, but you can do it because somehow, okay, the weight of this control box actually puts the balance, the center of gravity into this neck over here. Okay, because other lightsabers that I have from TXQ or LGT, their center of gravity or center of balance is actually here near the emitter, and as you can see, this is so thin. Okay, you can't even use put your whole fingers on it. So with this control box, I think it shifted the center of gravity into this neck, so that when you're spinning it, you actually have a very nice room for you to grip it. So, but of course, it gets your fingers might get hurt a while because, as you know, it's not ergonomic. Okay, so but there we go. It's actually useful for spinning. Now, another disclaimer as well, okay, is that if it's too tight, okay, if it's too tight for you to put this inside your NeoPixel blade, then you have to use sandpaper to loosen it up a bit. You just have to do it, okay? Because the first time I got this, it's so hard. I can't even insert the whole thing. I have to use a lot of pressure to put it inside there. Okay, so and then eventually I decided that, you know what, I had enough of this, and I just decided to use sandpaper to loosen up this thing. However, when you're using sandpaper, please use it with a stick that goes back and forth, okay, like that. Okay, that probably looks so weird, but but yeah, because don't use a sandpaper with a wide sandpaper and you spin it like that. Please use a stick or so, because you don't want to damage the surface here as well. You have to be careful of that. So after using a sandpaper to reduce the to widen it up a bit, okay, that sounds so weird. Okay, so I have to. And now it actually fits very, very nicely. Okay, it fits very nicely. But before, it's super hard. So I highly suggest that if you have if you don't want to do the sanding part, I suggest that you buy this with the blade itself. Okay, because I think with 89 sabers, their Plecter Pixel blades, they're quite thinner than usual. Okay, compared to the ones LGT other Chinese brands provide. Okay. So yeah, I highly suggest that you buy this with the lightsaber. If not, then feel free to do the sanding process. But nonetheless, the one inch fits. Okay, the 1 inch fits. So there you go. Put it inside, and everything. So another good thing is that it's very tight. Okay, you might have a hard time putting in your pixel blade at first, but you just have to, I would say, force it in. And the retention screw, you don't have to screw it too tight because everything is already snug, okay? But yeah, feel free to do so, just not too tight, so it won't damage the blade. And there we go. Now you just have to put it all back in, okay? So with that said, let's actually turn this on. And here we are turning on the lightsaber. There we go. It's pretty blade, and you can see my Quest 2 in there, but yeah, as you know, on the camera it's very, very bright, but with seeing it with your own eyes, with your actual eyes, it's actually not as glowy as this. Okay, so let's actually go through an actual Luke Skywalker font.
for Skywalker. Do you copy?
Okay, here we go. There we go. Beautiful. Probably a bad idea. And there you go. Look at that. It's just so amazing. And the way it reflects the light, okay, I think it looks pretty great as well. So of course there are gesture controls. Okay, there are gesture controls as well, or you can use the blaster button over here. And you can use the power to put it back in. Alright, so there we go for this lightsaber. Alright, so what are my final thoughts on this lightsaber? Okay, I do think that you do get the you do get the most value for your money, because but anyway, I think across all vendors, I think all of the prices are pretty much the same and very reasonable. Okay, so but everything else, okay, the only thing that I had a hard time with is this one over here. I think it's a bad design. Okay, I won't say it's a complete total bad design, but I just think that the 89 Saber should at least improve on this part over here, which is the blade, which is how you secure the blade, because on other lightsabers you have a retention screw outside of the lightsaber, okay, but in here it's not outside, it's inside. You have to screw in the blade, and then you have to screw in another cap to secure everything in place. Okay, and also it's suitable for it's okay for spinning. I wouldn't say it's made for spinning or suitable for spinning, but I was able to do so, and I think it's pretty good. So do I recommend this lightsaber? Hell yes, of course I do. But however, again, if you plan to buy from 89 Sabers, if you want to buy if you plan to buy an 89 Saber hilt, please buy it on China. Okay, because I think the shipping is much more faster. Or of course, okay, unless you are not in Asia, you are in US, then of course buy from your local vendors over there, from US or from UK. Please buy from your local store. Okay, so there you go. That's pretty much it. I hope you have enjoyed this video, and I will talk to you soon.